Bill Clinton really said that to you, that is a funny story, and we're going to get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Greetings, red tie community. It's the bald guy in the red tie, John Butler, your favorite. No hair on my head with a tie that's red. That's a new Dr. Seuss for you.
Well put, John.
Yeah. In today's studio, we have a very funny individual, funny looking, funny minded.
So?
Yeah, and you like to have fun.
Yes.
Which is a funny thing.
That is funny.
Yeah, Mr. Kyle Dalton, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Did you hear the audience go crazy?
I did, yeah. It's very flattering, very humbling to know that people care that much about me, to bring me into
really
their
do.
little studio here.
Yeah, it's quite the studio.
It is. It's very impressive.
Yeah, Tyler DeTech has done a fantastic job here, and I'm very grateful to have all this.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure. This is fun.
it makes it look like we know what we're doing.
That's good. As long as you look like you know what you're doing, you can get away with a lot of stuff.
I know. Next week, I'm going to be interviewing Chad Bianco running for sheriff. Like, that's like political stuff.
That's real stuff. I mean,
Like-
what are we doing?
I don't know. I don't know if the audience has seen your name tag yet, but you are a flexible packaging specialist?
Well put. Yeah, flexible packaging. That is a very fancy word for plastic bags.
It sounds so much cooler, though, when you say flexible packaging specialist.
Well, because when I say plastic bags, all anybody thinks about is a little grocery bag.
Right.
And everybody says, "Oh, you must be going out of business." So no, do you ever buy anything that comes in a box and that thing in the box is in a little bag? There's plastic bags everywhere.
Yeah. So you are the plastic bag king? Shall we go that far? Are you the king of plastic bags?
No, I wouldn't call myself the king.
You don't want royalty
Probably
in that division,
the court jester, maybe.
You're definitely the court jester. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I really was super excited to have Mr. Kyle come on here because we've known each other for a couple years now.
Geez.
And there's a handful of people in my life that just make me laugh. Like genuinely, like my ribs hurt laughing type thing.
Those are good people.
And you're not one of them, but they couldn't be here today.
I'm working my way up.
You're like a substitute funny guy.
I'm going to get there someday. That's my dream board that I have at home on the wall. It's a picture of you laughing with somebody else and my face taped on the other guy. So someday I'm going to make you laugh like that. I think I just got there.
This is a forced fake laugh. I was just trying to entertain you and carry on that conversation. Yeah.
Up and crash.
I only lift you up to drop you on your face.
Yeah, lift me up to.
Let's talk about our origin story, buddy.
All right.
So, gosh, what has it been, like 2010, 2011?
About that.
I was working at Exit Realty in beautiful Murrieta, California, and my broker at the time was Miss Shawn Sorensen, one of the greatest brokers in the area. Love her so much. And I was doing video at that point, and I was, a pretty funny guy myself, if I don't say so myself.
You just did say so yourself.
I know, that's why I said in his voice. Which, by the way, Kyle has a great Bill Clinton voice, which we'll get to when we get to the Bill Clinton story. But Shawn's like, you really need to meet this guy because he's doing funny videos too. And, immediately I was offended because I was like, I'm the only funny video guy.
I felt the same way. I felt
like
the same way when I came across yours. I was, who's this clown?
What's he doing? And why doesn't he change his clothes? That's what you're thinking?
I know. He wears the same thing every day. I should do that.
And he didn't.
No. I change clothes. I have multiple wardrobe changes per day.
Well,
so
I guess you can call this a wardrobe malfunction.
My wife gets mad at all the laundry she has to do.
Yeah.
But I love her for it and for other things too.
Yeah.
Many other things.
Oh, good save there, buddy.
Yeah.
I was like, you're about to drop the bottle, and you're like, I got it.
Got it. If there's nothing else I have, it's quick reflexes.
And Shawn's like, you need to meet this guy. He's a funny guy. He does video and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, fine. And so we end up meeting, and it was the most awkward thing because you Googled me before we met, and I'm just thinking like we're gonna go to Starbucks because you're a Starbucks junkie, and we go, and the first thing I sit down with my drink, all excited to meet this new person, and the first thing out of your mouth is, I Googled you and I know everything about you.
So before you try to spin some little lie at me, I already know you, buddy.
Yeah.
No. So, So how was Pachanga?
Yeah.
How was dirt bike riding, huh? How was that? What?
It's really weird when somebody knows everything about you and then like you're just going in like blinded.
See, it was good that I was a nobody at the time because you couldn't find me
Google
if you wanted to. Yeah. You couldn't find me now either.
But
I'm a ghost.
you're not really a ghost, and for anything, you're actually kind of a semi-celebrity.
Am I?
In the golfing world?
No. You're
Thus the golf shirt.
Semi-celebrity. I don't. It's just Red Bull.
Like you need Red Bull.
I don't.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, no golf. I've known some people in the golf world, and those people have all moved on with their lives, still in the golf world, and I have not. I'm selling plastic bags.
Yeah, your life turned out good.
It's exactly how I wanted it. No, it's great. But yeah. But anyways, back to
our origin story.
Yeah.
So the meeting went somewhat okay, and I said, okay, fine, we'll meet again, I guess. Our paths will cross again. And then they crossed at a place called Cross Point, which is the church that we go to in beautiful Temecula. And from there, I think we were on the greeting team together, so we pass out the name tags and stuff like that.
Well, it was always just a one-upsmanship with us, who making the silliest, dumbest name tags for whoever it is. Oh, somebody make a funny name tag. Who did that, John? Oh, I got one better.
Yeah,
here, I'll get that.
Always trying to one up each other.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we had
iron sharpens iron.
The name tag competition. Who can pass out the most name tags?
Yeah,
that's what we do.
Yeah, it's because we love each other.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're competitive.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But
so,
here's
go ahead. It's your show.
Yeah, it is my show. Come on, Red Tie Community Show. But from the get-go, you're like, hey, John, I'm kind of a big deal in the golf world. You should come golfing with me. This is your voice, by the way. You should come golfing with me.
I sound like
I'm like,
that? I sound good.
I don't really want to golf. But you finally got me out to the golf course. And so I know you probably haven't seen this yet. And I'm sure you probably don't remember the film crew that was following us that day.
There was a film crew?
A film crew. When I say crew, I mean singular, as in Billy the Tate.
Yes, Billy the Tate.
I always call him Billy the Tate.
It works.
It's like Billy the Kid. It's Billy Tate. We call him Billy
I like
the
Billy
Tate.
the Tate.
Billy, that's your new nickname, buddy.
Billy the Tate.
Billy the Tate videography.
Yep.
So Tyler Tech is going to get that queued up, and we are going to watch this wonderful golf episode.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
This is Ball Guy in the Red Tie, and this is Golfing with Kyle Dalton. Greetings, Red Tie community. You're like, John, are you at a golf course? You bet I am. John, is that Kyle Dalton, the almost professional golfer? You bet it is. Hi, Kyle.
Hey, John.
You gonna show me how to golf today?
I'm gonna show you what a golf course looks like.
Yeah, because I've never golfed before, so this is gonna be very interesting.
Real interesting.
Let's check it out.
All right.
So this is my first time ever playing golf, and this guy's like a professional golf player, and we have people behind us. So I'm feeling a little stressed, and there's houses on the side of the golf course.
There's pressure.
There's pressure.
There's pressure, John, that's for sure.
So this is my first day, but how many times have you done this? Like once or twice?
How many times have I done this?
Like 3 times?
Oh, John, too many to count. I've been doing this. My first round of golf probably came at around 11 years old, which is actually pretty late to start.
Wow.
I had a family that played a lot of golf. My cousins played a lot of junior golf and PGA Tour golf even.
So these guys gonna hit us?
No. Okay. I grew up playing mostly baseball, and in high school is when I decided, hey, let's give golf a try. So I enjoyed it, joined the golf team. Wasn't very good. And then at 18, I remember going to Las Vegas to watch my cousin play in the PGA tournament out there. And they used to play it at a couple courses, TPC Summerlin, TPC Canyons, and a course called Southern Highlands.
Right.
And before the round started, me and another buddy of mine, we went out to the golf course to walk it to find a good place to start to watching it. And I can vividly remember still, I think I was 18 years old, standing in the middle of this fairway that was about to be used in a PGA tournament, looking down at this perfectly manicured fairway, looking up to this beautiful green with this waterfall. And that's when it dawned on me, this is where I belong.
Wow.
And
the calling.
The calling. And it was it was one of the most like alive moments I've ever had. And from there, you know, everything kind of switched. I moved to Las Vegas about 6 months later to really begin this pursuit. And, you know, at the time, like I said, I wasn't very good in high school.
Sure.
But moving to Las Vegas is where my cousin was based out of. I got, you know, great connections, got good jobs, and met great people that knew what they were doing with golf, and, you know, got tips and pointers here and there, but really just played my way to a higher level, to where I was at a point a +2 handicap, which means on average I'm shooting a little par or better. So John, there is a rule that in golf, when you're golfing with voice, when you're playing this most great game, it's huge. Huge. So we haven't discussed it yet, but now that we're at this par 5 here, and there's a little bit of a distance between our tee box here and the ladies' tee box, there is a rule in golf. If a man fails to hit his tee shot past the women's tee box, he is required to play the remainder of the hole pants around the ankles.
Here's the deal, I'm really offended that you would assume my gender, okay? In today's world, I could be, I feel like a female today, and I'm gonna hit from the ladies' box.
You go play from the red ones?
Yeah, is that not acceptable?
Ask Annika Sorenstam. She played with the men's.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Anaconda Sorensen?
Annika. Yeah. I forgot her name.
That's what we call a worm burner. Sometimes in life, devastation is only a few feet away, but I avoided it on this hole. But I'm gonna get it in there, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get the touchdown and the home run, and I'm gonna score. Now that I've successfully completed like 3 holes of golf, I kind of consider myself a legend. So I'm gonna go ahead and just upgrade this golf cart right here. The Legends of Ball Guy Red Tie. So I know you're like kind of a big time golfer and stuff like that, but usually a lot of people will do like the caddy thing. So did you do that, and did you ever like caddy for somebody of significance besides me?
Oh, besides you, have I caddied for you yet today? Yeah, well, yeah, no, I absolutely, let's head over here. I absolutely caddied. That was some great times, and I did caddy for some big name people. It doesn't get much bigger than a former POTUS.
What?
Does it?
The POTUS?
The POTUS.
Jimmy Carter?
No, Slick Willie, Mr. William Jefferson Clinton, I think his name was.
Nice, he's good at getting the hole in one.
Easy. Yeah, no, that was at actually the Wynn Golf Course, which they're actually tearing down now. It was before it opened, and he came out, and it was just him on the golf course, me and a couple other caddies. It was him and a couple other guys, and we had Secret Service behind us, in front of us, and this was back in 2004, something like that. And no, it was a really cool experience. You know, he's a very
smooth guy,
a very very nice gentleman. You know, he's very charismatic. He broke out a poem. He saw a bridge on the golf course and said that bridge reminds me of a poem by.
You're nailing the voice.
I don't remember what.
You're nailing the voice though.
Oh yeah, no, it was great. It was there was one time though he had a bad shot, and you never really hear the president get angry, do you? Because anytime you see him on TV, you know it's very measured. He hit a shot over towards the bunker. He said, you excuse me. And no, it was great. And at the end of the round, he said, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you coming out here with us and, you know, taking care of us and washing my balls for me today.
I think I'm doing pretty good, except I'm a light-skinned European, so I'm kind of burning up a light right now, so hopefully the clouds come out.
So, did you ever sell any houses out here on the golf course?
I don't think so.
Not this one?
Not this one. I would like to.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, make sure you give John Butler a call.
That one.
This guy.
That guy.
This guy right here.
He wears a tie.
So anybody that sees this video and refers a deal, do you get 25%? Is that how?
I thought that's what the deal was.
Is that what the silent agreement is?
It was implied. Yeah. So.
It's all about the implication.
Yep. Just if you're gonna buy or sell any real estate and you want to work with John Butler, which I highly recommend,
Call Kyle first.
Yeah, call me. You don't even have to do that. Just tell him that you saw this video and said, "Hey, Kyle, look at right here. Kyle sends you to go work with John Butler, the bald guy in the red tie. It's done.
That easy.
25%.
Golf homes.
Yep.
Leave the comfort of your home. Now you're out there on your own. You're just trying to get it right.
Well, I did it. 9 holes of golf.
You did it. You
I
did
can-
it, John.
I can check it off the bucket list.
There you go. Now we just got 9 more to go.
I think I'm going to stop here. But thank you so much, Mr.
Yeah.
Pro Golfer.
Yeah. No, we've seen better days, but this was a pretty good one. Had a lot of fun out here with you today, John.
So would you say like I'm on par with Bill Clinton in his golf game?
Actually, no. Bill was a pretty good player. Although he would hit. I didn't like how he hit that one. I'm gonna hit one more. Okay, I like that one better. We'll just play from there. I think I shot a 80 today. It was a great round of golf.
Well, I think I did a fantastic job. I didn't play the correct way, but I played, and so I'm going to check it off my bucket list item.
All right.
And we will see you in the studio in a few weeks.
Let's do it.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
That's it. Ball guy in the red tie, Mr. Kyle Dalton, and
I
the
have
golf
hair.
course in Temecula, California. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Speaking of connections like Connect 4,
Hey.
the red tie community is all about connecting. Like we did today.
We
Do you
did.
feel connected?
I do feel connected.
Good.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Oh.
Ever. Personal space.
Yeah. Okay.
He's that guy that you...
What if
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'll respect you that much? That
And there you have it.
that was awesome.
Are you excited?
That
That was a good one.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
That was a great field trip. And no, Billy the Tate.
Billy the Tape.
Billy the Tate did a great job.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good.
I feel bad for him because we had, 4 cameras and a drone and then
Yeah.
2 lavs. And so he had to sync all that up, go
Yeah.
through 2 hours of footage. And
he put together a 10-minute masterpiece.
yeah, there you go. So I admire people like Tyler the Tech and Billy that can do that kind of thing
Yeah.
because my brain gets overwhelmed. So
Yeah.
put me in front of the camera. I don't
Yeah,
wanna be
me
behind it.
too. I don't want to be behind it.
No, that's
Me
a
too.
lot of work.
I want people to see me.
Yeah,
I
you're certainly not camera shy.
No, I had to fight for attention growing up. I was the youngest of 3 boys, so it was look at me now. I'm doing something.
You are the adult version of my third son, Jet.
Uh-huh.
Like he is that kid.
Oh yeah. No, this is what you have to look forward to
Oh,
with
God.
Jet. Uh-huh.
So I need to get him into golf, is what you're saying?
Put him in golf. Yeah, that'll teach him to slow down a little bit.
Man. So let us hear the Bill Clinton voice again. That was pretty good.
The Bill Clinton voice. Okay, well, you can't do the Bill Clinton voice without
The thumb.
You got to have the thumb. All right, John, I really appreciate you having me on your show today. It's wonderful to be here. Okay, but I did not have
Golf relations.
golf really. Yeah, no, that's fun.
But that's got to be pretty cool to just be in that position and be that close to somebody that was literally ran the world for 8 years.
No
That's pretty
kidding.
cool.
I mean, it was so the way the day went. It was before the golf course opened. I was caddying previously at another golf course called Shadow Creek, and they kind of hired a few guys from over there and brought them over to the Wynn when it was opening up. This was when it was brand new, and we were in there for orientation. I wasn't wearing I was wearing stuff like this. Usually you have your caddy, your bib and stuff. But they came in and said, "Hey, Kyle and you come on out. There's a special guest coming out to play the golf course."
Wow.
I said, "Okay, well, let's go see who it is. Who's playing?" It's Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton. So yeah, it was cool. But I didn't tell you this one out there. So I was a really fast guy. Not so much anymore since I tore my ACL. That's a different story. But I used to, when I would caddy, we had platforms on the back of the golf court that we would stand on and ride along with them. But I would always tell my guys that I was caddying for, "Hey, if I'm back here raking a bunker or filling your divot or whatever, you can drive off and go ahead. I will run and catch up to you and jump on the back. Now, if you see me running behind you, don't stop."
Right.
So sure enough, I think on like the 4th or 5th hole, I'm raking Bill's bunker, or Mr. President. Everything out there was Mr. President. "Here's your balls over here, Mr. President." Still Mr. President out there. So I'm raking his bunker. He drives off. That's fine. Okay. So I put it away and I start running, full speed. And he's driving, and sure enough, turns around. Oh, it hits the brake, and my shin on the back of his car just bow. And he said, "Oh, are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good." So
Man.
he almost broke my leg too.
Man.
Yeah. Good times.
That is cool, dude.
But it was cool. I think I still have the scorecard that I got
really?
at home, yeah.
Wow.
Win Golf Club, Bill Clinton.
You should eBay it.
A shady 80.
What do you really shoot? Like 120?
Oh, probably like 105 or something.
Yeah.
But yeah. Took a couple shots. Anyways.
When you're the president, you can do that kind of stuff.
You can do that kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, good times.
So how does golf relate to your business of flexible packaging? Like being on the golf course, you strike up some deals and get a lot of plastic bags?
Yeah,
sold?
I mean, that's one thing that you can do as a sales rep. You take your customers out golfing and whatnot, and every once in a while they see, "Hey, this guy's a good golfer. Let me invite him to my company golf tournament or whatever. I need a ringer." But no, yeah, for sure, it's nice to be comfortable on the golf course when you're out there with a potential client or somebody that you're taking care of. It's just to build that relationship. You really, really get to know somebody after spending 4 hours with them or 5 hours with them on a golf course, because you get to see how they really are. Because when you hit a ball and it doesn't go where you are, it's hard to stop whatever's feeling inside of you from just coming out the top. So, yeah.
Interesting. That's a good gauge of character then. Huh?
Yeah, you really get to know somebody out there.
Yeah. So you were pretty impressed with my my score, right?
John, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was pleased with what I saw out there.
That was gonna be way worse. Huh?
I would go golfing with you again, not just because you're a lovely person, but
thanks.
because it's not so bad being out there and watching you hit the ball around.
I have a very stiff style. Like I was watching that video right there, and you're like, you have this like fluid, amazing swing, and I'm like, dad bodded, like a freaking like an older.
You need to do some Pilates or something. I don't know. Stretches.
Stiff, dude.
No, I still got that wiry body.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh my gosh. So we were talking about it. I'm sitting there. My first round was at like 11 years old, and it doesn't look like it on camera, but that's actually 23 years ago.
Wow.
23 years.
You look very young.
I do look very young.
So you're 34.
I'm 34.
And you're
good math.
Yeah.
good
See,
math.
I'm smart at something. And you are married.
I
lady.
am married. It sounded like you said you were married. I am.
You is married.
I is married. I is married.
And then your kids, and my bad, I trolled your Facebook and then I forgot to send it to Tyler to text. So so we'll talk about them and then we'll throw them in there after the fact. But
all right. I know what they look like.
You know what your kids look like, right?
I can pick them out of a crowd.
So your daughter
4 out
looks
of 5
just
times.
like your wife, and then your son looks just like you.
Yep.
So genetically, how did you engineer that? Was it like some test tubes or something like that? 'Cause
Yeah. No, we went to a specialist and said we want this one this way, and they said get out of Taco Bell. So it's just how it happened. My wife is beautiful, blonde hair, blue eyed, and my daughter is the same, beautiful blonde hair, blue eyed, and I'm messed up brown hair with some sort of hazily eye and crazy, and my son is the same way.
Yeah.
Brown, messed up hair and crazy little weird eyes. And
crazy how
he's a
genetics
little
work, man.
maniac.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love him.
So how did you meet Miss Dalton, Kristen? How did you guys meet? I always love people's love stories.
Have we actually ever talked about it?
No, should we not talk about this on camera?
Heck, hey, I'll go there.
All right, go.
We met at a little place called Safaris on Revolucion in Tijuana, Mexico.
Oh, that's where. If you're looking to pick up chicks, go to Tijuana.
That's where you go.
All right.
It was. It's actually. So this was back when I moved out to Las Vegas.
Okay.
It was like 3 weeks later where I was living in Las Vegas, and my friend from back in San Diego called me and said, "Hey, Kyle, I've got tickets to a 50 Cent concert."
Oh, the story's getting better.
So naturally, I'm like, I'm in. Let's go. So I
what skinny white guy doesn't want to go to a 50
right?
Cent concert?
I know, I fit
and get
right
your,
in.
Your inner gangster out.
All up in the club, yeah. No, so I went and we went to the concert and I stood around like this. This is fun. But then he suggested after the concert, hey, let's go to TJ. Now, I had to fly back to Las Vegas the next morning at like 8 o'clock. So I'm like, I don't really want, but okay, let's go.
You twisted your arm, yeah.
Yeah, so we went down there, and then I was just, had a couple Pacificos, and just sitting at a table waiting for my friend off somewhere. I don't know what the heck he was doing. I was ready to go, and then all of a sudden I see this long blonde hair walking over here and walk up behind me. Give one of these. Where did they go? She went and stood in front of me at the table with her other friend there, and
so your heart radar just went out.
Oh man, it went yeah, for sure. And then so I figured, what have I got to lose? So I I put my smooth on, walked up behind them, stuck my head in between their head, and said, "How you ladies doing tonight?"
You're that guy at the bar.
That was it. Yep. And it's all history from there. How you ladies doing tonight? That's how you find your wife in TJ.
My opening.
Kristen, I'm so sorry for telling this story to the whole wide world on the internets.
Okay, so what I really appreciate about our friendship is that we are parallel in many ways with our humor and our outgoing extrovertedness kind of thing. Because our wives are the complete opposite, meaning Kristen and Jen, my wife, don't like the attention, are very quiet, very reserved, and all this kind. And then they're married to us.
This is their worst nightmare. If you were to put Jen there and Kristen here,
they would never do it. They wouldn't do it.
You couldn't force them. No.
And so my opening line to my wife was on Valentine's night of 2004.
Let's hear it.
And I walk up. It's a busy night. I was working at Macaroni Grill, and she was working there too. And so I was scoping her out. She was on the radar kind of thing. So I had to do some recon. I had to see, is she taken or whatever, right? And so I walk up and was like, "So, what are you and your boyfriend doing for Valentine's tonight?" Right? Because then she's like, "Oh, I don't have a boyfriend." And then when you get choked up and so you just say the next thing comes out of your mouth.
What next?
She's like, "I don't have a boyfriend." I was like, "Me neither." So she's like, "Oh, good to know that you don't have a boyfriend." And then a couple days later, she was waiting outside on the bench in front of Macaroni Grill. She waiting for a ride, and I walk up to her and I lean up next to the wall, all suave like, and I'm like, "So, what time am I taking you out to the movies tonight?"
No, you didn't.
Yeah, open-ended questions. It's all about opening, not yes or no questions, but what time? So what time am I picking you up? Assume the close. I'm just a natural salesman.
ABC.
And here we are, 14 years later with 3 kids and good times. Good
14.
times.
Yeah. Well, you're a couple years ahead of us. We just had our 12th.
Congratulations.
And we have
man.
2 kids because we were smart enough to stop.
Well, you're paired up evenly, so that's good.
Yep.
And you got your little mini-me's.
We replaced ourselves. That's for sure.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So are you done with golf, or it seems like one of those things you can do as an old man?
You can, golf is awesome because you can keep playing into your 70s. Someday I would like to shoot my age when I get about hopefully 70. I can shoot a 70. But no, golf is definitely on the back burner because I have that family and I have to have this real job thing.
Yeah.
But having kids young at 23, 24, they'll be out of the house for when I'm 43, 44. So that gives me 4 or 5 years to prepare for the Champions Tour, which is starts at age 50. So it is still something that
it's a dream.
It's a dream, yeah. That's not dead. That I will pursue at some point. But hey, you know what? There's a fella named I I might be blanking on the name, but I think it's Alan Doyle. He was the oldest rookie on the PGA Tour at 46 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's something that you can still pursue for a long time. But the 30s is the golfer's prime. So,
Is it?
Yeah. So that's when you're, because if I would have had the head that I have on my shoulders now, if I would have had that when I was 20, 21, 22, you know, it could have been a different story. Because back then, you know, I'm kind of the poster child for the, you know, if you want it, work hard for it. I just kind of was a dumb young kid who just thought I'm gonna get there no matter what. So if you want something, work hard for it. All right.
When I was your age,
I was a little turd.
yeah, you were. You still are.
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh man. So you're a man of many dreams,
Yeah.
because
I live in a fantasy world, John.
You certainly do. This is a dream. Like I'm inside your dream right now. This is like some Nightmare on Elm Street kind of stuff. Yeah.
Fly away.
But so not only do you want to be on the PGA tour, but you have another dream, and it's kind of the opposite. You want to be on a deserted island with a bunch of strangers that are strategizing against you.
I see where you're going.
And you like that segue?
Yeah.
And you literally want to deprive yourself of the creature comforts of society on a little show called Survivor.
Yeah.
I've never met anybody that wanted to be on Survivor. And so
Really?
you legitimately have tried out for it. You've submitted videos for it.
I've submitted, you know, videos for it for several years now. I've spoken to people who have been on the show, kind of get their experience of what it's like, not only actually being on the show, but how they got there. So it's been kind of an evolution of where I started with my first audition videos to kind of where I am now. You know, they don't care about all the flashiness in a video. That's it. Oh, I don't care if he can, you know, edit a video and make it, you know, with music and whatnot. Just sit there and tell us about you, because they're just looking for certain archetypes.
Yeah.
Right now is a tough situation for me because I spoke to somebody who does some of the casting, and she said that we typically don't cast fathers under the age of 40.
Interesting.
So that's
because
I'm
it's hard.
34 and I look like I'm 23 and I'm a father. So it's hard. It's hard for me where I am right now, but it's definitely a dream that's not going to die, and I'll continue to pursue it. I have other avenues that I'm going to pursue to try to make it out there as well. My niece wants to do it someday as well. My niece and I have an amazing story through my sister, who I just met.
That's right. Yeah.
Almost 4 years ago. So, but anyway, so long story short, my mom passed away, but we knew she had a daughter out there that she had given up for adoption before she had us. And 3 months after my mom passed away, my sister found us.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so she had a daughter, and Morgan is her name, and she's an amazing athlete. She's top tier soccer player, and she's I introduced them to Survivor, and now they love it, and she wants to be on it. And Survivor has seasons called Blood versus Water, and so her and I, when she turns 18, we want to audition together.
How
and
cool is
see
that?
if we can't do it together.
That's really neat.
That'd be a lot of fun, and it'd be amazing.
Wow.
And there's actually who you should, I don't know if you should talk to her, but actually Jillian Larson is a local Temecula resident.
Okay.
She was on Survivor Gabon. So I've had the privilege of meeting her and speaking with her, and she does this event here in Temecula called Reality Rally.
Very cool.
Have you ever seen the signs out there and stuff?
Yep.
Yeah, they get out there. It's coming up soon. Reality Rally is a 3-day event that is a fundraiser for Michelle's Place, Breast Cancer Resource Center here in town. It's amazing. And so it's a big 3-day event that brings in reality stars from all sorts of different shows here to town, and it culminates on Saturday. This year it's on May 5th with an amazing race through Old Town that has a bunch of different checkpoints and challenges that you have to do. I've been wanting to do it for years, and last year Kristen and I paired up with another friend, some other friends of ours, and we finally did it. My gosh, it was so much fun.
That's neat.
So much fun, and we're doing it again this year. It's on May 5th. Our first challenge is fundraising. I'm going to steal your show for a second and take this platform and ask for donations out there for Michelle's Place, Breast Cancer Resource Center, Reality Rally. I'm going to send a link out. Maybe we can add it on here somewhere.
Sure.
Put a link to our
you know the
donation
link, yeah.
page, and our team name this year is Boot and Rally.
Boot and rally.
Boot and Rally.
Why?
Well, because sometimes you just have to boot and then you have to rally and keep going, which is what happened last year during the race.
Boot and rally.
Boot and Rally.
That's pretty neat, man.
No, it's a fun time. It's
Yeah.
it's a really fun time.
Yeah, so for those that don't know you, you're uber competitive.
Like it's
And so our church
a fault.
had an amazing race style thing
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month or two
yeah,
ago.
about a month. I don't know, whatever. Yeah.
And so please tell that story, because that's rather humorous.
Okay, so Crosspoint Church had their first annual couples amazing race, and it was a race throughout town. We had different. It was like a scavenger hunt thing, and if you've ever seen the show Amazing Race, and you love the show like we do, you're always yelling at people on the TV. No, what are you doing?
Yeah, right.
Right? And read your clue. That's not what it said. Don't do that. So the race started with everybody getting a packet of clues and things to follow. And on the front page, it said, when you return to the finish line, park at this tire shop. That's where you have to park to get a commemorative coin and bring that to the finish line. Kristen and I, we read that clue. And I said to her, okay, look it, we got to park here. Okay, we got to park here when we come back. We got it. We got this nailed. We're going to do it. So we went flying through town at a mostly safely rate. And we hit all the perfect stops. We made a perfect route because there was something like 35 different things, or maybe 25, and you only had to do 10. So you had to pick things to do, pick a good route throughout town. And we ended up finishing the race in 74 minutes, an hour and 14 minutes. But my adrenaline was flowing when we were coming to the finish line, that I just came driving, flying into church, parked in our regular spot, and we went running in there, and they weren't even ready for anybody to finish, because when they did test runs, it took them an hour and a half. We got in there an hour and 14 minutes. So they were all, oh gosh, somebody's here. They weren't ready at all. So we got out there, yeah, we finished it. Okay, here, let's go check all your things. You did this. Yeah, all right, this. Where's your coin?
Oh.
No! So we ended up having to take a 20-minute penalty.
Oh, man.
20-minute penalty. And there was like 35, 40 couples doing this thing. So we finished in 74 minutes with a 20-minute penalty. We still came in third.
Wow.
We were there, I think it was like 8 or 9 minutes before anybody else got there. I mean, we had it nailed, and it
That's gotta hurt.
It hurts still, John. Thanks for bringing it up.
I know. Like I sense where the sore points are. I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm gonna poke that.
I know you will. Ow! Don't do it.
Don't do that anymore.
It hurts.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
So yeah, competitive to a fault, and it's not limited to Amazing Races or Survivor, softball, kids baseball, golf, Monopoly, video games.
I would not want to play Monopoly with you.
Okay,
That would be a nightmare.
on Monopoly, do you trade properties? Do you make trades, or do you hold on to everything?
It's been so long, I don't even remember. I don't know.
I will not play with somebody who does not make deals.
You're a negotiator at heart.
Because
yeah.
that game will go on for 18 hours.
Yeah.
That's the game that sits out for 3 weeks. And you want to go back and play? Are you going to trade anything? Probably not. No, I don't want to play.
Yeah. Have you seen that photo on Facebook where it says family fun night and it's a table turned over and there's Monopoly stuff scattered everywhere? It's like, it always ends like this.
That's pretty much it. We play Settlers of Catan. Have you ever played that?
No.
So it's a strategy game. It's build a civilization game. We play it. My daughter is 10 and my son is 8, and I'm 11 at heart. So we get around, we play this game, and it's fun up until a certain point. And it always gets just do something. No, it's your turn. Pay attention. Stop doing that. Come on.
Somebody ends in tears.
That's a bad move. Don't do that. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You pull the dad card.
Yeah.
Yeah. It always wins.
We've gotten through a couple of games where it's been happy still at the end. Yeah.
And so you probably play these games in your home.
Mm-hmm.
And tell us how did you come across this?
Well,
That's our Stewie voice.
Stewie. What the juice?
Let's talk about real estate.
So you just want to talk about some real estate now, huh? So yeah, that house, which you've been inside, was found with our good friend here, John Butler, the bald guy in the red tie.
Did I help with that? I forgot.
You did help with that. So we, when we moved up to Temecula, we bought a condo over on Lindy Lane by the Target off Rancho, California. Lived there for 4.5 years or so, and we quickly outgrew that. We had to stay there for 4 years because it was the first time homebuyer tax credit. If you move out within 4 years, you got to pay it all back. $8,000. We didn't want to do that. So while we were living in there is actually when I did my real estate stuff for a couple of years. But I like the paycheck every 2 weeks sort of job. I love doing real estate. It was fun. But so when we came to sell it, I figured, hey, I know this bald guy. Let's give him a try. And with the condo, just that, I mean, we had offers before it was even listed.
Yeah.
You used your ninja marketing skills and networking, and you had it sold before we had it listed. And I think it was for a little bit above asking, which was great. So from there, we moved into a house to rent for a couple of years, and then we were ready to buy again. This was in Paloma del Sol. We were renting a place in Paloma del Sol, and great neighborhood, and we wanted to stay there. Our kids go to school at Paloma Elementary there. Yep. We wanted to stay there, so Kristen always walks the dogs, walks around the park and everything, and said, okay, John, we're about ready to buy a house. We liked how you helped us sell a house. Let's see how you do on the buyer side, okay? And we got to check you on both sides. So he said, let's do it. We got approved with your friend and my friend, Mr. Chris Wiggins,
who was on the show last week.
Yeah, no, Chris Wiggins is fantastic, and everything went amazingly smooth with him and his team.
Great to work with, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. But so Kristen was walking around and happened to see this sign that went up on this house that was at the end of a cul-de-sac in the middle of Paloma del Sol, right in the middle there, right by the park. I mean, you don't get closer to the park from where that house was.
No.
And so she came home and said, Kyle, there's a house there that the sign just went up. I said, okay, well, let's call John. Well, it's not listed yet. Luckily enough, it was a Realty One Group agent. And
Miss Kim Meeker.
Miss Kim Meeker.
Fantastic agent.
Fantastic also. And he said, well, let's look into it. Let's see if we can get an early showing. You used your ninja networking skills again. We got in there. We said, hey, we love this place. It needed some work done, that's for sure. Yeah. But we got in there before it was listed. We told her we're going to offer on it. She said, well, we're going to hold an open house just to see what kind of interest we can get.
Yeah.
And we were like, all right.
And so you just stood outside and just
but you know
blocked
what?
Everybody.
Yeah. You know what was great though was the offer package that you put together.
Thank you.
So the offer package wasn't just the offer page and there you go. It was a whole package of telling them about us. Yeah, our family, a letter that we wrote. So that puts you ahead of the game already. Yeah. And so with that and the offer that we put in, we got accepted and then went through all the escrow and everything and actually got some credit back from them because there was some stuff that needed to be done. Sure. But yeah, no, you did an amazing job through that. And having been in the real estate industry and having gone through several transactions, I know how difficult it is and all the different hoops you have to step through and dealing with these people here and those people there. I can honestly say that, you did a great job and I would highly recommend it from one agent to another,
That means a lot because, people that haven't been in the business, when you look at realtors on the outside, you're like, oh, that's such an easy job kind of thing. But it's like navigating through icebergs. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have to be very like surgeon-like precision in the way that you phrase things on emails. I mean, there's so much behind the scenes that people don't see. Yep. And so I remember when we were working on the first transaction, when we were going to sell it, the condo and stuff like that, you always get a little nervous when you're working with someone that knows about real estate because it's like, oh man, I always do a good job, but it just kind of puts that pressure on. Yeah. It's like, if you're a surgeon and then you have a surgeon like standing over your shoulder like, are you sure you want to cut that vein?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, so, but
or just go, or someone's going,
Well, what's nice about working with you guys is that because you knew how it is, you just made it so much easier. Yeah. So it was a truly wonderful transaction, man.
So when we when we come to sell this house, I'll ask you for a referral for somebody. 'Cause 2's enough.
Hey, that's how it works. That's how it works, man. You got that real estate license. You get that.
So now, I mentioned it on the golf video. Any referral that you get from this video, I get 25% because I do still have my license active.
There you go.
That referral fee. And I think it should just be any deal that you do from today forward.
For the rest of my life.
Yeah. Go 25%. You know what? 20%.
Just for you on this very beautiful day. You're so generous.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I do what I can.
But man, it's what a crazy business. And I think this is what I love most about real estate is the relationships that you make, because that's really what brought us together originally was the real estate community. And that's why this year I've been doing the Red Tie Community Show. I just love connecting with people, and I like bringing other people together so they connect. And I think this is episode like 13 or 14 or something like that.
That's great, John.
Yeah. And so I really wanted to put you on that platform and show off your golfing skills. And
Platform.
Yeah, you did very well, man.
I did all right.
You did all right.
I did all right.
Wash my balls.
Thank you for washing my balls for me.
Oh, Slick Willie.
Yeah, good times.
Well, Mr. Kyle Dalton, thank you so much.
Oh man, thank you for having me. This is fun. Are we going to do an episode 2? Episode 2.
Yeah.
You got to
2.0.
take me bike riding, right?
Yes. So I'll take you to the motocross track and have you come play on my playground.
And break my neck.
Yeah. Well, I got some little bikes that you can ride.
A little one.
Yeah, a little
teeny
automatic.
tiny one. I could ride Jets.
Yeah?
Bike. Yeah.
Dude, you would love it. And
I'm sure I would until I go.
And so we'll bring Billy the Tate back out.
Billy the Tate. Get some more amazing shots. Get me on the ground.
Yeah, you got your insurance paid up?
I hurt me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it for this episode of the Red Tie Community with Mr. Kyle Dalton, the semi-pro golfer, the flexible packaging specialist.
Yeah, hey, the survivor dreamer. If anybody out there
Survivor
knows
dreamer.
anybody
Please
that
get this
has a
guy on the
survivor
show.
connection, help me out. Help a Temecula resident out.
That's right.
Yeah.
We need to get you on the show. We need some hometown love.
Yeah, we do.
All
I got to be on there. It's got to say Kyle Dalton, flexible packaging specialist, Temecula, California.
Former Red Tie Community Show
And then it'll be
member.
me going, I didn't think it would be this hard.
I would love to see you in tears.
Yeah.
I'm sadistic like that.
You
I
are.
guess. I don't know.
No, it's been great being here, John, and I loved golfing with you, and I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man.
Buddy, bro, buddy, brother,
Yeah,
buddy.
all
I just
the above.
invented a new
All the
word.
above.
Like our friend, no, I'm not.
Slick Willie.
No, I was going to try to do some.
Hey, before we sign off, though,
Yeah.
I want to invite you to midget wrestling tomorrow at the Boiler Room.
Midget wrestling.
Midget wrestling.
Tomorrow at the Boiler
Small
Room.
person wrestling.
Is that a real thing?
Micro wrestling is what
that
they
a real
officially call
thing
it.
that you're talking about right
I'm
now?
being dead serious.
You're being dead serious.
Tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Tomorrow at 9 o'clock. AM or PM?
PM.
They wrestle at night.
Yeah.
They wake up
I think
about
they only
3
come
or
out at
4.
night.
Yeah. Around sunset, like vampires.
A little bit. Dude, I want to see them
What
going
is
off the
tomorrow,
top
Friday?
rope. It's going to be awesome.
Wait. Yeah, okay.
I'm serious. So the invite's there. So if you want to
where
show
is
up
it?
at the Boiler Room off of Jefferson.
The Boiler Room off of Jefferson.
So
Small people wrestle.
Yeah, open invite.
All
So
right.
whoever wants to go.
Come on out.
I'm okay. I'll be there. All right, so that's it for this episode of the Red Tie Community with Kyle Dalton and the ball guy in the red tie, John Butler,
Everybody's favorite.
saying see you in escrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.